The Søsterhøj Antenna behind me is visible for miles around. With its 216 meters, it's by far the tallest structure around Aarhus, and it's been so since its construction in 1956. The Søsterhøj Antenna is part of a countrywide network of towers built in the 1950s. These were built around new, faster, more secure microwave technology. The downside to these transmitters was that it required line of sight between the transmitter and the receiver. This was a problem on the older towers, as a test in 1951 showed. The older towers moved too much in high wind condition, causing the thin microwave beam to unalign. To solve the wind problems, new reinforced concrete towers were built to house the microwave network. In total, 7 towers were built, all with the same design, up to 75 meters tall, topped with 2 levels for antenna placement. Danish Radio, the national broadcaster, was an especially strong supporter for the new network. This was because it would allow them to receive TV transmissions from the entire country. Before the microwave network, TV recordings has to be physically recorded and driven back to Danish radio studios in Copenhagen to be sent out. This was because of the absence of satellite technology and the too low bandwidth of the existing network. The new microwave network also allowed live television from outside a TV studio to become possible. Danish Radio and later other broadcasters placed their own microwave receivers on the towers. These were smaller and physically aimed at link trucks. Link trucks was especially designed trucks that carried the necessary technology to transform a camera feed into a microwave signal. These could connect to the towers as long as they had line of sight and were no more than 60 kilometers away from the receiver. If line of sight was not possible, cranes were sometimes used to raise the transmitter above houses and other obstacles. But Søsterhøj was built to be more than just a link in the microwave network. It was the only tower to get this treatment. And the reason was to give Aarhus, its surrounding area, including several small islands, better AM and FM signals. When the microwave network was built in the 1950s, the Cold War was still going strong. There was fears that Soviet saboteurs or pro-Soviet terrorists would target the towers. This prompted all towers to be built with emergency generators and be integrated into the total defense plan for Denmark. But all the defense plans were for nothing, as the towers were never deliberately targeted. However, Søsterhøj was hit once. On March 6, 1975, a father and son tragically died when their small PA-28 aircraft hit one of Søsterhøj's suspension wires. A later investigation found the cause of the accident was low visibility. Foggy weather on the day had caused the experienced pilot to overlook and hit one of Søsterhøj's suspension wires. But since the accident, not much has happened here at Søsterhøj. The microwave transmitters was disassembled in 2009, replaced with much faster and better fiber optic cables. These are more secure and had a much higher bandwidth. But the tower is still needed to transform the fiber optic signal into radio and TV signals. And throughout its history, it has been continually upgraded and more antennas added, especially mobile phone antennas. So still to this day, Søsterhøj functions as an important part of the Danish infrastructure.